Is it? Yeah. It is time to get this party started, Miraculous. Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Who loves Miraculous? You guys hype it up! My name is Ezra Weiss. I am the voice director of the English cast of Miraculous Ladybug. You can follow me on Instagram just like that. But I want to know who in this house is ready for the Comic-Con 2018 Miraculous panel! That is some true love, you guys. That is some, who's been in this room since like 10 o'clock this morning? Yeah! You're like, I'm gonna hold my spot. You kidding me? I'm gonna watch all the little ponies come and go. Because I'm waiting for Cat Noir and Ladybug to grace the stage. Who's excited to see Flag and Tiki today? The greatest bad guy of all time, Hawkmoth, is in the house! Can I just take a moment and breathe this in? Don't worry, I won't, because every second is dedicated to you guys, not to me. So you guys ready to start this? Oh my goodness. We look forward to this all year long because there is no better crowd of Miraculous gathered on the planet than here in San Diego for Comic-Con. You guys are the best! I mean, the best artists are here, the best authors are here, the best cosplayers are in here. Who worked on a cosplay for this year specifically? Where are you at? Where are you at? Let me hear you represent, cosplayers. My goodness, all right, let's see. We have to start a Miraculous panel in Miraculous fashion. And what we need to do, like with every episode, is start with the theme song. Yes! I know! Who knows the theme song? Both versions, all the words. Every language it's ever been broadcasted. Anybody? All of you? Oh my gosh, I love it in Hebrew. I love it in Portuguese. I love it in Spanish. Do we have any Spanish-speaking Miraculous in the house? Yes, we do. All right, so Kevin, are you ready for our sing-along? Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Marciano over there from Zag, represent. Give him a big round of applause. It really is a shame. He's so handsome, he shouldn't be in the dark. But if he was illuminated, you guys would freak out. So it's for our health and benefits. All right, here we go. We got a sing-along. We're going to sing it together, everybody. Let's do this.
I'm Marnette, just a normal girl.
The words are up there, so do
But
it.
there's something about me that no one knows yet, cause I have a secret. Another day, I'm back and forth.
I can't hear you.
Think about him, he's so cool. He looks at me, I look away, but doesn't see me anyway. He's down, he's spinning round. My feet are off the ground. And when the sun goes down, that's when I need
Come on!
Miraculous, simply the best. Up to the test when things go wrong. Miraculous, the luckiest. The power of love always so strong. I am the cat.
You know it?
Just show her now. And she's all I think about. I feel so strong when she's around. She picks me up when I am down. Oh no, you'll never know. My love can only grow. And when I see the sun, that's when she becomes miraculous, simply the best, up to the test. Go on, miraculous, the luckiest. Power of love always so strong. Miraculous Season 2, Saturdays at 9, only on Disney Channel.
Please give a big round of applause. That was awesome! Who is loving Season 2 already? Anybody? And there is more Season 2 to come, believe it or not. And a Season 3 that has been written already. because I'm going to ask you to bring it up here for a second. You guys will get a glimpse of how handsome Kevin is. Now, I don't know if you're following this man on Instagram, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, but Jeremy Zag is right now in Paris, right now, because he is scouting locations for the Miraculous Ladybug feature film. Which, unfortunately, means that Jeremy cannot be with us today, but do we want to say hi to Jeremy?
Yes!
Is it because we love Jeremy so much and what he brings us to miraculous love? Ladies and gentlemen, here he is on FaceTime all the way in Paris. Say hi to Jeremy Zag. Now, if we're very, very careful, maybe we can hear what he's... Hi, Jeremy. You're with your brother and your son? How? Hi! Hola, it's French. Bonjour, bonjour! Working on new episodes for you guys? What else are you doing over there, Jeremy?
Working on the musical.
What do you mean? Wait. Working on the musical? What musical are you working on?
And the movie.
And the movie too! Anything else? He's working on the rest. You guys give some love to Jeremy. You guys, I cannot wait to see the rest. Because I'm sure it will be the best. The rest is the best. That is for sure. My goodness, with these lights up, I'm telling you, I see some incredible cosplayers. I see a very rarely spotted Hawkmoth. Stand up for a second, Hawkmoth. Unbelievable. All right, Hawkmoth, sit down. The costume's great, for sure. The cosplayer inside it is amazing. However, isn't it time for us to meet the cast? Let's bring them out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start right here next to me because that's the only card I can read without moving away from the microphone. She plays Marinette Dupan-Chang and Ladybug herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Christina V. Ladies and gentlemen, right next to Christina is her #1 companion, often spotted inside of Marinette's purse. She's the most adorable red polka-dotted Kwame you've ever seen. Give it up for Miss Melanie, who voices Tiki. Well, we would not have a love square with just these two characters. No, we would need one very, very particular person to be up here on the stage to complete a love square with that voice actor in the house who voices Adrian Agreffs and Captain War himself, Mr. Bryce Papenbrook. But you know, Adrian needs a Kwame to turn himself into Cat Noir, but this guy, I could smell him from here with all the camembert he has devoured. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our voice actor himself playing Plague, Mr. Max Middleman! And I'm so happy that we have this voice actor who's going to join us here on the stage in a moment, because every year he says, gosh darn it, I just don't ever see any cosplayers cosplaying as Hawkmoth. And I proved it to you guys, which means he's going to be super psyched. He's the baddest baddie of them all. Best believe he's the baddest. Give it up for Mr. Keith Silverstone, the voice of Hawkmoth, and give him the rest. Oh, do you love him so much?
Where are my cosplayers at?
That's right. And
Yeah! Stand up! Come on, big round of applause over here.
all right. going to prepare up here for a thing that we need to do for you guys. And while we prepare, we have put together a small little clip of something that you guys might want to see. It is a special thank you back to all of the Miraculous out there who've been loving seeing all of these things. Last year, you got to see it in very, very rough form. But of course, now we're going to show you a never-before-seen USA clip from our French little, is this the chibis or is this the clip? We have a chibis and the clip. All right, everybody look up here on your monitors. This is our big thank you from Zag to you guys with never-before-seen footage in the United States. All right, here we go. Sneak peek is happening now.
Take one, pass it.
Now, I want to hear the cute noises. Do you need a little time over there? Looks like everybody is stressing. I see a giant sweat ball falling from someone's forehead over there. Looks good. All right, shall we just move forward? Yes, Mella? What do you need?
You don't have to carry the giant sweat ball, do you?
Oh no, where are your scripts?
I don't know.
Jennifer, we need some scripts up here. We're gonna share them, but you should have gotten down scripts. All right, we're gonna keep it going with everything that is miraculous here in town. We're gonna start with, here you go. Start with,
5 panels of books.
that's exactly how we want to hear. Share that one.
Thank you.
All right, so while we get this ready, we have a selected script reading for you guys. I know. Make more noise because we need to work through that hiccup and make you feel better. Okay, so now we're doing an episode, you guys, that is called Sandboy. Have you heard of it? Yeah, because the crazy Miraculous, they go combing the dark web for any sort of information on Miraculous Ladybug Season 2. So we're going to present to you a short reading from Sandboy. Now, we picked this special episode for you because it involves 2 characters that have had a scene never before in any of these episodes. So this is the first time that you guys are able to hear this.
Marinette Tiki?
Marinette and Tiki? No, not Marinette and Tiki, but we are starting on the very first scene with Marinette and Tiki so that you guys understand where we're going with this. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? We are ready. Here, let me start with this stage direction. Ladies and gentlemen, we start in scene 1. Tiki and Marinette are in bed. Don't get any ideas. Now, I know you guys like to ship all sorts of stuff. But not this one, please. Not Tiki and Marinette. Tiki is unwinding the yarn for Marinette, who's knitting a scarf. I wonder for who. But because the Kwame's mind is elsewhere, she suddenly finds herself entangled in all of the yarn. And Marinette misses a stitch because of it. And we start with...
Ouch! I'm sorry, Marinette. You're so fine tonight, Tiki. What you got your mind on? New Hawkmoth's Kwame. Do you miss him? Well, he's celebrating his 350th, 3,500th, and it's just a lot of, well, his birthday. And it's all by himself. We will free him from Hawkmoth one of these days, I promise. Well, there may be a faster solution, like today. Huh? Well, Kwames are able to communicate with their kind on their cycle or their birthday. But we won't get another opportunity for a really long time. You see, a Kwame cycle lasts several hundreds of human years. Wow, that's amazing! Then you could find out where he is, which would lead us to Hawkmoth too. But how could you do that? Well, the Kwames must gather in a miracle box at a specific time. When would that be? Tonight? Tonight? Why didn't you tell me about this sooner, Tiki? Because Master Fu doesn't want us Kwames to leave our owner's sides. He says we have to be able to take action immediately if someone becomes akumatized. He's right. But surely it's no big deal. I mean, if all the other Kwames aren't able to meet up, then it's still gonna happen, right? Well, I'm afraid it might not work if I don't go. chance we have of succeeding. But if Master Food doesn't approve, ways, Plag and I had an idea. Well, it was maybe Plag's idea, actually.
And that's where we stop for the scene.
Duh!
So just to recap, it's Nuru's birthday. And all of the Kwamis, you guys, all of them, this is an episode loaded with Kwamis. We go into a location where you've never been before, which is inside the Miracle Box, where we see so many adorable Kwamis. We're trying to get a message, but we need the power of all the Kwamis to work together to send like a beacon, that message over to Nuru to say, we haven't forgotten about you. We know you're with Hawkmoth. We're doing what we can to free you. Well, now go to the next scene, which is the only time we have a full scene with Plag and Tiki as they travel together to go to Master Fu's house to get inside the Miracle Box.
I'll read the stage directions.
Thank you, Christina.
Flag joins Tiki up on the roof. He's holding a nice piece of cheese. She has a pencil.
Hey, Sugar Cube. I've already told you not to call me that. Do you ever hear me calling you Stinky Sock?
No, but you should. That would be delightful, Sugar Cube. What lies do you tell your owner to sneak out tonight?
Well, actually, I just told her the honest truth.
Okay. Maybe I should try that someday. See what it's like.
Plag, you could have saved some for the others.
True, but I was so grossed out by your kindness that it made me really hungry.
Oh, boy. I hope we can get in contact with Nuru.
So do I.
Are you crying?
No, me? No, of course not. Are you kidding? Come on, let's race. The last one there won't get any cheese. Bye.
And blackout. Give him a big round of applause. Never before heard seen. You guys got a Comic-Con exclusive. Blammo! That was really good. You guys give our cast a nice big round of applause. Very nice. Hey, Kevin, before we jump into the next thing, do you have that clip ready or is it not? It's good? I can't see. Is that a thumbs up? Is that? We're having some troubles. Got it. Well, guess what? We support you, and while you're working on that, we're gonna have a great time. Right, guys?
I feel like, I don't
We're
know.
gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna space this out with a clip here and there, but you know how
I feel like someone's about to get akumatized.
Who is? Is it me or is it Kevin?
Kevin, are you okay?
Do you
Oh,
feel
gosh.
supported? Everybody has a little something.
Nothing's working over there with your technology. Fly away, my little raccoon. And equalize him.
That is literally how the episode of America goes to Comic-Con and we're talking about don't worry, here, Christina, we have everything planned for the panel. And we have a packed house of 1,000 Miraculous. It's going to be the best panel ever. Now, Kevin, you just make sure the video works. Why isn't the video working? And then that happens.
Lucky charm! A loop bag?
He would be called the Technicator.
And he makes everything
Technical error would be his name.
right like this.
Haha, no one's cell phone's working. Although that's Lady Wi-Fi, my bad, I got it. Don't worry guys, take that thought out of your mind, I remembered. Well, let's go with our next very special, much larger script present. Never mind. To praise the artist behind some of that work, Miss Angie Nasco, who's right here in the front row. Stand up, Angie. Give it up for Angie. Beautiful work. Did you like the TV episode? You want to see more of that? Angie, get working. We want more. More. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with Angie's story, she was here, of course, last year at Comic-Con with us on the panel, which was great. Angie started off as a fan artist, right? Doing some fan work of Miraculous Ladybug. It caught the eye of Jeremy and the rest of his creative team. They were like, hey, what's up? We like your style. She was like, dead. And then they said, do you want to come work for us? And she's like, I'm going to pack up my stuff and move to California and start working at ZAG, where she's been there for almost 2 years, right? Yeah. It is a story that ZAG is proud of. It is a story that we're super proud of you for, Angie. And of course, it is a message, not just to Angie to say we believe in your artwork, but for all of you guys that are artists out there, no matter what you do, costume design, makeup, writers, artists, that your work, keep making it, put it out there. People will acknowledge it, so just keep at your art. Don't stop. Now, ready for our next script presentation? We have the right scripts, you guys? Yeah? Okay, great.
Mine says Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right.
This one's Little Pony left over, don't read that one. Okay, before we get started on this next script, we have a character that is necessary for this one, and the other ones we'll just fill in ourselves. But this is a very special voice actor as well as character for the show, but we couldn't have this episode without him because this is the one character that's going to get akumatized. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as Mayor Bourgeois and Santa Claus. Please welcome Mr. Joe Ockman to our stage as our special guest. Come on, Santa House! Love. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured it out by now, we will be presenting selected scenes from the Season 2 episode of Maledictator.
Maledictator?
Not Mela-Dictator. Maledictator. So, let's go ahead and open up our scripts. I'm just gonna fill you in a little bit about what's gonna happen here on the first scene, okay? So now we have Chloe making a presentation in her classroom, and she is basically showing that Chloe is having an interview with Ladybug herself. And wouldn't you know it, Chloe is dressed as Ladybug, and everybody in the classroom can see it. And they're like, oh, Chloe, you're not fooling us. We see her dressed as Ladybug. You don't really know her. And she's like, oh, I do. Oh, you know how she is. She gets her feelings hurt pretty bad. And everyone's like, ha, Chloe, you're a fake, get out of here. And she's like, Daddy, I am upset. I want you to do something since everyone has been making fun of me. So she goes to her father, and that is where our first scene is. We also have in this scene, we have Audrey Bourgeois, which is your wife, Chloe's mother, and we also have Chloe. So I will be reading the role of Chloe, and we will have Mela being the role of my mother, Audrey Bourgeois. Thank you. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. The mayor can't believe it, and action.
What in the world is going on, my sweetie pie?
Oh, Andre, I demand that you close the school down for good.
And I want you to banish Marinette Dupanchain from Paris.
The monster who hurt your little girl's feelings, your own flesh and blood.
It's the baker's girl. She hates me, and she's got the whole class to gang up on me.
Do you hear that, Andre? She disrespected the mayor of Paris's own daughter.
She has to pay for this. They all have to pay. I never want to see any of those losers again.
But I can't. I just can't. I could close the school for a few days, a week at the most.
Well, that's not good enough.
Shut it down forever.
That's impossible. I love you, Chloe, but you're asking too much of me this time. I'm only the mayor.
Precisely.
But my voters would turn against me.
What's the use of being the mayor of Paris if you can't actually use power? That's ridiculous.
It's utterly ridiculous, darling.
We've always been too good for your classmates. Maybe you should switch schools.
That's you, Audrey.
It is?
Yeah, change schools.
Sorry. Change schools? Ugh, forget it. We need to change cities, that's what. We'll go to New York.
And they decide to go to New York, and they pack their bags. Continuing on, down to line 55, Andre.
Why don't we go and live closer in Versailles instead? I can't be the mayor of Paris if we're living in New York. It's too far.
Well, it won't make the slightest bit of difference, since you're powerless anyway.
Well, it's made a difference in your voice, Chloe. Well, not only are you incapable of solving a simple problem for your own daughter, you're also refusing to come with us?
Not at all. Thank you. Look at this, my sweetie. It's for you.
And he hands her a gift, and she opens it. What is it? It's tiny.
Yes, unlike your new voice, but very expensive. It's a diamond-encrusted phone case. You've been asking for one of these for 2 whole days. Are you sure you don't want to stay after all?
I don't want that thing. What kind of daddy are you if you can't even give me what I want? This is weird script in my voice. Let me go back with that in mind. I don't want that thing. What kind of a daddy are you? If you can't even give me what I want.
And then she tosses the phone case away, to which I reply, no, wait!
Now, from his lair, Hawkmoth picks up on Andre Bourgeois' negative emotions.
A man of power feeling helpless as a father. I sense very strong emotions. Fly away, my little and evilize him.
They're flying off in a helicopter.
Yes, a very small helicopter. Deal with it.
What will I be without them?
Maledictator, I am Hawkmoth. So your wife and daughter think you're weak and useless? Well, I shall give you absolute power. Anything you declare will materialize.
By the power invested in me, I shall prevail as Maledictator.
And we fade to black. Unless you want to know what happens next. Now, we are back at school and Marinette beams at Tiki, who pokes her snout out of Marinette's purse. Marinette says,
Without Chloe around, Paris will be filled with a lot less negative emotion. Less conversations.
seeing someone walking towards them, Tiki hides back inside Marinette's purse. Marinette looks in the direction indicated by Tiki and sees Adrian. Looking confident, Marinette takes a deep breath and walks up to the love of her life, says it right there in quotes. Love of her life. Adrian watches his friends, curious as to why they're all acting so excited that Chloe is leaving town.
Hey, what's going on here? What are we celebrating?
Chloe's gone. She's moving to New York.
Chloe left? For good?
Marinette is still so excited, not realizing that Adrian is not sharing in everyone else's enthusiasm.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Adrian shakes his head no.
No, I think it's terrible. How can you guys celebrate a thing like that?
And as the students keep on celebrating, everyone, let's celebrate Chloe's leaving school. Celebrating the school year. Marinette calms down and she's surprised to see Adrian's reaction.
But Chloe's a total brat to everyone.
Now Alia comes over. Very true, she's been a pain since day one, and I'm not gonna miss her one little bit. And Alex says, Mela.
Yeah, good riddance. She was useless anyway.
Adrian doesn't look convinced. Marinette looks at him, not understanding.
Nobody's useless. Not even Chloe. When I was a little kid and wasn't allowed out, she was the only friend I had.
Important point right there, guys. That's a trivia question. Remember it. Read it again. Read it again, Bryce.
When I was a little kid
Listen.
and wasn't allowed out,
Got it?
she was the only friend I had.
Meaning Chloe. Continue.
Shoot.
She left angry and unhappy. I can't celebrate that.
I'm really sorry, Adrian.
Adrian shrugs and he looks very angry as he walks away sadly. Chloe, they must be kicking themselves right now.
Forget all about that, my little kitten. In a few hours, we'll be in New York.
Meanwhile, the helicopter's flying away and I will have none of it. By the power invested in me, I order you to land.
Where are you going? This isn't the way to the airport.
The helicopter lands at Place de Concorde. Chloe and her mother burst out of the vehicle and find themselves face to face with Maledictator.
Chloe, my daughter, you are not leaving for New York.
Chloe is surprised. And she takes her a little while to realize that she's actually standing in front of her akumatized father. Daddy, you've been akumatized!
You'll see. I have the power to shut down the school and banish all those nasty students who were mean to you. Come with me.
Really? But that's excellent.
Andre, getting yourself akumatized like everybody else in this town does not make you cool or a hip father. In fact, you're not going to be... You're just ridiculous. We're going to be late for our...
By the power invested in me, I declare that you will be devoted to this family and remain in Paris with me and Chloe.
And as soon as the bubble from Maledictator's finger hits Audrey, she transforms into Maledictator's enamored accomplice and she falls on his neck.
Oh, yes, my dear hubby. I'm so happy to stay here.
It's about time.
Line
My
106,
cheek
next
covers
page.
him in kisses.
Yes.
Wait, I'm evil, I can't do that.
Maledictator, if you want to find your daughter, you must first cause chaos in Paris. Start with the school. She'll come back of her own accord. And don't forget to bring me Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous.
Maledictator, line 112.
By the powers invested in me.
Marinette, Alia, and the whole school turn and they look at Maledictator who's standing in front of the school gates. Audrey is beside him.
I declare this school a demolition site.
On behalf of Chloe Bourgeois,
Maledictator sends a big curse bubble over the squad, and as soon as the bubble hits them, Julica's band members and various other students grab spoons and they start digging at the school walls and totally destroying the entire school.
Right. Now, where's that girl, Marinette Dupin Chang? I've got a special declaration just for her.
Line 116, Tiki now.
Oh, it looks like Chloe devised one last victim before she left Paris.
Yeah, and I might be partly to blame. Tiki, sponsor!
Where is that Marinette?
Maledictator stops in front of Mr. Damocles, and he too has been cursed by the maledictation, and they are busy wrecking the school with...
Hard to say, isn't it?
Hard to say. Come on. Oh, go ahead.
Come on, Damocles. I want the school gone by sunset.
I support this policy, maledictator. Cat Noir suddenly appears in front of maledictator.
Hey, you. Do you have a demolition permit for this school?
I don't need a permit. I am Maledictator, the all-powerful super mayor of Paris. And this is my city.
Paris is our city. It belongs to everyone.
I'm not sure they'd have voted for him if he'd shown up in this costume.
The superheroes tackle the villain in a ballet in the air. Hawkmoth is in raptures in his lair.
Ladybug and Cat Noir have come to overthrow you. Take their Miraculous.
Maledictator sends a curse bubble at Ladybug.
By the power invested in me, I declare that your Miraculous are my property.
The two heroes skillfully dodge Maledictator's curse bubbles.
It's time you depose him and declare him powerless.
Yakuma has to be in his sash.
You have my vote on that, milady.
Cat Noir moves in towards Maledictator and his sash. At the same moment, Ladybug gets into position and declares...
Lucky Charm!
A swarm of magic ladybugs come flying out of her yo-yo and forms... a stool?
A stool? Of course. Cat Noir, wait! I have to call for backup.
No need.
By the power invested in me, I declare that you are a cat.
Ooh! Being close to the villain, Cat Noir gets hit by the bubble before he gets a chance to unleash his cataclysm. His attitude instantly changes. It's as though he's possessed by a real cat. And he moves and starts acting feline as Ladybug looks on, phased.
Meow. Cat Noir! Oh no!
Cutie pie, come here, little kitty.
Cat Noir is only thinking like a cat. He's too busy patting the loose string that's hanging down as Audrey Bourgeois looks on, touched by his cuteness. Hawkmoth is gloating in his lair.
Take Cat Noir's Miraculous.
Maledictator walks up to Cat Noir.
This cat's 9 lives are over.
Ladybug is about to get between them, but Cat Noir bares his claws, keeping Maledictator at a distance. Then he turns to Audrey for protection. Looking up at her with big eyes, Audrey crumbles.
Please, Maledictator, can we keep him just a little bit longer?
If it makes you happy.
Does.
Reassured, Ladybug puts her yo-yo away and looks at her Lucky Charm stool.
Kitty still has claws. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Ladybug uses her yo-yos and pulls herself away, taking the stool with her. Seeing her running away, Maledictator is just about to go after her, but Hawkmoth is gloating in his lair.
Let her go. She'll be back to try and save her kitty. Except she'll be too late. Grab Cat Noir's Miraculous.
But the Maledictator walks up to the cat again. Cat Noir lets out a nasty yowl and hides behind Audrey. Maledictator gives in when she sees Audrey's pleading look.
No, I want his Miraculous right now.
One must be patient in politics, Hawkmoth. Perhaps the cat can help us acquire Ladybug's Miraculous more easily.
Don't let me down, Maledictator, or I'll take away your powers.
Fade to black. The end for now. See, when we work on it sometimes, you know, we don't see it look all sparkly, pizzazzy, magical like that. It looks incredible.
It's pretty.
Really super pretty, like you guys.
I look like Audrey Bourgeois, look. Wait.
You look like, go ahead, strut it. We are really fortunate that we have in attendance the voice of Merida Dupanchang and Miraculous Ladybug in Spanish-speaking countries. Her name is Jess Angeles. Please welcome her to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. So here's something that I wanted to do. I wanted Did you know this was it?
No!
Okay, I want you to say, Tiki spots on in English, and then I want to hear how Jess says it when she records.
And then can we switch? Can I say it in Spanish after?
And then
You
she
say it
says
in
it in
English?
Nope. Okay. I know how to read fear. Okay.
Twice. We can try it twice.
Twice.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Tiki spots on.
Tiki spots on! Yeah! Tiki mata! See!
Yeah. How about fly? Bye bye, little butterfly.
Bye-bye, little butterfly.
Miraculous Ladybug!
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Adios, mariposita. Miraculous Ladybug!
All right, and just because we're running out of time, Jess, you say something now, and then we'll see if in English, and then you say something in Spanish. Is that what?
Oh, okay. So,
Say, how about Lucky Charm?
Lucky Charm!
And try it.
How do you say that in Spanish?
Amuleto encantado.
Amuleto encantado?
¡Amuleto encantado! ¡Amuleto encantado!
Oh, so you're just so happy that you're here.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Miraculous Ladybug community in the United States. Is it very popular where you are? Is it very popular? Did you?
Yeah, very, very popular.
Very popular.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah, we know how they feel. Okay, so now I do want to mention, we heard Jeremy talk earlier that there's going to be a Miraculous Ladybug live musical stage show that is currently in production. So that is some exciting news for you guys to have. We also want you to know who in this room, by round of applause, have already downloaded the Miraculous Ladybug app, the game that you can play. Because what we are going to do today as a very special promo for you guys, it's free promo, is we are going to give you a downloadable code to unlock more features in that app that only you guys will be able to have access to. So if you don't already have the game downloaded, download it, and then you can use the code and then open it all up. And it'll be pretty great. There it is. Pretty great. Oh, are we going to hear a sample of the musical?
Hey guys, Jeremy. We are in Paris right now, and I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today at San Diego Comic Con, and trust me, I would have loved to. But we are working on something very special. I'll let you guess what it is. I give you two clues. I'm in Paris, and I'm with my friend Michael Gracie, which is directing this video actually right now. And maybe Mike can say hi. And I wish you have a lot of fun with Ezra and the entire team. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for the passion you give us on Ladybug. We love you, and what we do is just for you guys. So.
Yeah, see, you're going to have to wait to find out what that last message is going to be about. But it was going to be really special. So yes, as you can see, he's working with Michael Grayson, who is the director of The Greatest Showman. So if you like that, you're going to like the fusion that's going to be happening there with the Miraculous film. I know, pretty big news. Pretty big news that you guys just heard right now today. Exclusive, boom! Who's having a good time at our panel? Anybody? Well, you know, we mentioned it last year when we know that Halloween is coming up soon, plus with all the great cosplayers, sometimes you can use this as a source. But the spirit stores that have already been stocking and running out of the Miraculous Ladybug costume will also this year, for the first time, they will be rolling out a Cat Noir outfit. And we have Miss Linda Lee, our Zach reporter, where she is already on the scene with her Miraculous. There she is, wearing her Cat Noir cosplay from Spirit Stores. Looking pretty good. Everybody say hi to Linda Lee. Say it audibly. Now, if she finds you there on the convention floor with that microphone, she's going to want to interview you and find out why you love Miraculous Ladybug so much, and she's going to splice that all together. She's an amazing YouTube channel. If you don't follow it already, go and follow Linda Lee for sure, and subscribe to her channel. Now, I do want to mention one other thing real fast, if we even have time for questions afterwards. But we would not be here at Comic-Con this year, or even in the past years, if it wasn't for one particular person at one particular company that we want you all to go and visit because they have exclusive Comic-Con content for Miraculous Ladybug, and that is Mr. Brian Seaton. Where's Brian? Please stand. There he is. He's over there. Give it up for Brian from Action Lab Comics. Brian knows this world so well, and we are just little babies in it, and he takes care of us like he is a big Papa to us all, and we love him, and thank you so much. Give it up for Brian one more time, you guys, from Action Lab. The biggest thank you of all is if you could visit his booth, which is downstairs in the 1700 block. The actual booth is 1735. There's an exclusive comic book for Miraculous Ladybug, and right a little bit after this panel, we are going to have a big signing at his table, and there is a special blank comic book that you can buy for all of our signatures to fit on the cover of it. So please make sure you stop by and buy all the real cool Miraculous Ladybug content all weekend long, but especially while we're there so that we can sign it. Now, I think we've got maybe 5 minutes left. Can we get a question or two out there real fast? Let's see. 1, 2 questions. What's that? We have a question yet? No, we have to do it officially right here by the microphone. That's actually. Yeah, we have a gentleman jumping up right there. Okay. This will, don't line, no more than that line up, because we really won't get to you, because we only have about 6 minutes left. Yes, sir, please.
Oh, Keith, good to see you again.
Hi, how you doing?
That sounded scary.
He was in my room last night.
Oh, I got it.
I don't know why.
Got a question for Hawkmoth. Can I talk to him?
Oh.
Yes, I'm here.
Hawkmoth, you noticed that your strategies lately haven't been working very well. I mean, you summon a guy, he comes here with all superpowers, and then he loses. So my question is, have you ever considered changing up your tactics a little?
I appreciate you bringing up my shortcomings.
Hawkmoth can akumatize himself when he's akumatized. Yeah, can you imagine?
Here's that right here.
There's how it would go.
I can't believe it. I keep trying to get the Miraculous and I can't get it. I'm so sad. Are you sad, Hawkmoth?
Oh, no.
Yes, I am. You can't do anything right, can you? Fly away, my little Akuma, and evilize me!
I have always wondered.
Now you're Hawkmoth.
You'd be Hawkmoth, Tater.
Hawkmoth, Tater.
Try and get their Miraculous is better. I've always wondered, what would it possibly sound like if Plague was having a bad day and Plague got akumatized? What would Plague's evil side, because he sounds so cute and hungry for cheese, but if he ever turned evil.
Fromaginator?
The who?
Fromaginator.
The fromaginator? Well,
I was going to say like
that may happen. We have seasons 3, 4, possibly 5 coming, and Plague could get akumatized.
Sure.
And he could stink up all of Paris.
Yeah.
He could stink up all of Paris. I gotta get out of this room. It smells like camembert.
What would he sound like?
Yeah, what do you think? What kind of voice would you do for Plague? Look at my casual stance.
Well, normally he sounds like this, and then Evil Plague would sound like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear the squint.
All right, we've got a great question lined up. Yes.
Okay, before I start out, I just want to say, Keith, I love you so much as Mondo from Dark Room.
Dog and robot?
Oh, you mentioned another show, they cut you off.
Okay. My question is, this is for everyone. What would your Miraculous be, like, personally?
I would be a dog. So no, specifically my dog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What would you be, Mel? What would your Miraculous be?
A cookie?
You really do love cookies in real life.
I do. I make great cookies.
You do. You really do. What about you, Bryce? What would be yours?
It'd be my dogs too. I have poodles. They're like little white fluff balls.
Oh, that's pretty cute. Max?
A chinchilla.
A chinchilla would be.
Yeah. You would do like backflips and kick poop everywhere.
Is that what chinchillas do?
Yeah.
Then I'd be a bush baby.
Yeah. How about you? What would your little Kwame be?
It has to be little.
No, it could be
an orca.
giant. No,
I want to be an
no.
orca.
Wow.
I want to kill a whale.
Wow. What about you, Joe? If you had a little Kwame around you.
Easy, an otter.
Otter. And what about you, Jess? What would your Kwame be?
A cat.
Oh.
Yeah, little cat.
Oh, a teeny
Like
tiny.
that?
Well, mine would be a cast of voice actors all around me. That's what I would want. Did you guys have fun here at the Miraculous Ladybug panel? We know that this is a very special day, and we know that you brought out your cosplay to look amazing. Obviously, we want to take pictures with you, but we're going to have to clear the room soon. You will be able to meet